Yeah, just focused. Obviously, after last week, I had a good week of prep and just wanted to come in and set the standard and the expectation that I've talked about, that we have for ourselves. And just as you said, just being able to go and get points on the first 7 drives. Honestly, was just staying in the moment as all the guys were, and honestly couldn't have told you that. And I think that's just credit to us just being dialed in and staying within each play, taking it play by play, giving our best, and resulting in points on those drives that obviously gives us a lead and allows the defense to go and hunt.
Hey, Dak, Patrick Walker, Cowboys.com. You guys leaned on Ezekiel Elliott real heavily on that first offensive drive. Can you talk a bit about how you guys used him as an identity to establish running the ball and it just kind of went off from there?
Yeah, physical runner. Obviously starts up front, just as we've talked about, getting double teams, allowing Zach, Terrence, Tyler, Connor, and Tyler to keep their shoulders square, and then Zeke and to do the rest, honestly, and to make those guys, those double teams work. And he's a physical runner, and obviously having him back, being able to set that tone early, just kind of gives us the attitude that we want and how the game's going to go. And so just being able to do that, I think defense understood what kind of game it was, and we're able to just to continue to build off of that.
ESPN, you said this week that you thought maybe you should get out of the pocket more and bring your mobility into play. You did that, it seemed like, tonight. What kind of factor is that? And do you really think you're getting any better at getting out of bounds and sliding and protecting yourself?
Yeah, I do. And yeah, I mean, as I said, it's just about knowing that I can go get 3 or 4, just stay ahead of the chains, even getting back to the line of scrimmage. On the first one, it's huge. Just not putting us in negative situations, making it easier on the play caller, and just us as an offense, just continuing to move forward. That's better than an incompletion. So just being able to do that, I think is going to pay us big going forward.
Dak, Todd Archer from ESPN. You know how fast Tony is.
Yeah, for sure.
How do defenses seem to not know how fast he is?
It's not my problem. They should turn on the tape and check him out. I mean, obviously, if it's him breaking runs from in the backfield or him catching the ball on swing routes or go balls, I've continued to say that guy's special. He can do a lot of different things to help this offense and this team, and he's just continuing to show up day in and day out.
On the long touchdown, did you know you were going to him, or is that Mike was saying that's your last read in that play?
Let's give credit to Kellen there. That was a great play call right there by Kellen. Saw exactly what we wanted. That's the matchup we were going at when we saw him in that defense. That touchdown's pretty much all Kellen as much as it is the pass and Tony on the catch and the run. So, I mean, that was just perfect timing. Got the look we wanted, and we were just able to execute it at that level.
Pat Tony, NBC5 Dallas. Can you speak to just how different the noise level was in the stadium from the beginning of the game to the middle of the second quarter? It seemed like it went from one of the loudest we've seen to just silent. Did you guys feel that?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, knowing coming in, we knew the type of environment this place can have. Causing ruckus just with the sound and just with the way that the fans get into it, the Skol chant, it sets up for a great atmosphere. But credit to the guys in that huddle. Different guys were saying different things on different drives about, you know what I mean, just getting us going and staying focused. And one of the guys says, hey, let's send some fans home early in the second half. And I think that's to your point. Those guys felt that whether they got up and left. They got quiet and just allowed us to play to our tempo and just to play to our standard. And it was great.
And then that catch by CD just before the end of the half along the lines, I mean, that was huge. It seemed like to make it a 3-score game at that point. What did you see on that play, and what did you see from his catch? I mean, just an outstanding moment for him, it seemed.
Yeah, I mean, he framed it. I don't understand why there was a review, but yeah, that happens. But yeah, I mean, he got out. We got open, found a zone, kind of sat in it, and yeah, just were able to give him a chance. And from the moment he framed it up, 2 feet down, incredible concentration and catch by him that set up for a huge two field goal attempts for Brett there, continuing to be money.
Joe Trahan, WFAA TV. When you were out, Dak, you said while watching the game, you could see how simple it could become. Was tonight a good example of what you were talking about?
Yeah, sure. And just going along with obviously being able to use my feet just to stay ahead of the chains of when things aren't there. Everybody just played well tonight, and it starts with the focus and our preparation throughout the week and just how we came in, as I said, taking it play by play, heightening the focus, and then the finish. You can come take over, please. And then the finish from each and every guy was just outstanding. That's our standard and our expectations, and we've just got to continue to build on that, understanding that this is one game, and we've got a quick turnaround coming Thanksgiving. And so we've got to get in tomorrow, make sure we build off of this, learn from this in every way that we can, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and go out and put another performance together similar to this on Thursday.
I got two questions.
Of course.
Have your team had a better response to a loss, the way y'all responded, the bitter and angst of last week to come back and have a performance like that?
That's a great question. I don't know if we have, honestly, in my time. But I can tell you I knew that this was coming just in the fact of, as I said, the preparation and the focus and, honestly, the way that the defense, I saw at practice those guys 100 miles per hour, and I said, oh, this is going to be tough for the guys on the other side, just in the way that they were attacking, the way that their focus was, obviously talking to them and communicating with them. And, this is a good group, and when we're able to just continue to keep our focus, and as I said, we've got to take it one game at a time. And right now, obviously, the challenge is handling success, and just having a game like this, 43 in the NFL, is tough it's tough to do. So being able to do that, we've got to put this behind us and know that we've got to go out there and we're as good as our last game. And so we've got to turn the page and go put another one together on Thursday.
How good were you feeling today? The throw to CD, you talked about your framing, the throw at the perfect, and then the one to Tony could have handled it to him better than that. I mean, how good did you have it going with your passes today?
Yeah, I mean, I felt good. It just goes into the preparation. It's a tough game. I'm not going to say I didn't feel good last week. So, I mean, that's just part of it, just being able to go out there and put a good performance together. As I said, now it's about turning the page and learning from the good and the bad and everything about this game and building off of this and making sure that we continue to stack. Yep. Yeah, he's a special player. And honestly, talking to him last night, I knew he was going to have a game like he did tonight. So, and that's the mentality. That's the mentality that you want in these guys, and that's what we've got to continue to communicate and pull from each other and hold each other accountable. We've got guys that are able to go do the things that they want to do, and to have that is special. So we've got to make sure that, as I said, we're being accountable to one another, holding those guys to the standard, holding our team to the standard, and continuing to chasing our own expectations, and we'll be just fine. Just a little bit of both. Just chasing greatness, honestly. It was one of those conversations, chasing greatness. And he has an opportunity to be one of the best to play this game. And it was a conversation with me and him and a couple of other guys of just challenging him to do that. And that's obviously what he wants to do. And we weren't challenging him to do anything that he doesn't believe in and has that mentality. It was just something that was brought up that I took knowledge of and said, yeah, he's gonna have a big day.
You've had to experience this quick turnaround several times now. What have you learned most about handling this week that you will do?
Yeah, that this one is done. Huge win. And celebrated for a couple of hours, but we've got to get up in the morning and get in and get our walkthrough in or get whatever the schedule is and be locked in on the New York Giants and understanding that this is a good team. That's a good team that's don't know what happened today, but they're winning. They're a winning team in our division. So got to turn the page and come in with the same focus that we did on this game. And as I said, continue to stack, and we'll be fine.
Okay, so what happened to them was you guys. But you mentioned coming into this game that it was going to be a playoff environment, 8-1 team. Can you talk about what's the statement? Because it's a statement one for you guys. What's the statement you feel is coming out of this game?
That, as I said, we just got to hold each other accountable. Understanding that the defense, the offense, the playmakers that we have, the special teams, this team can be special. But we've got to take it one game at a time. And as I said, we can't have a winning hangover and think that start smelling ourselves after this win. So it's about, turning the page and getting in tomorrow and being our best tomorrow and staying within the moment, the preparation. JK said it best, dominating the process. And that's what's going to be the mindset as we move forward tomorrow, preparing for Thursday.
You got some criticism after last week's game. Your brother gets involved in that on Twitter and all that other stuff. Did you put that on your mind? How do you handle that? And is that any motivation factor for you? You don't bounce it back like that?
I'm not necessarily active on Twitter. So I can't tell you what's going on Twitter, what you and my brother or whoever my brother may be saying. I leave that to him. Obviously, I know he's passionate about his little brother and is going to support him and appreciate that. But honestly, I don't usually get motivation from what other people said. I'm very intrinsically inspired. A lot of things and people in my life that move me, and a great team in there, guys that I don't want to let down each and every day that make me the man that I am. But yeah, when you hear some things about your performance erratic coming from you guys, yeah. The things stick and stay. So it's about, as I said, you're as good as your last game. So for me, it's about keeping that at the forefront of my mind, making sure these guys in the locker room know that. Once again, being accountable to each other and build off of how great we can be. Thank you, guys.